This is Aquatic FM. My name remains Morufojo. We are back on studio today just to give you this story. Though it's still, I just opened my phone now and I heard something, so that's why I said I should discuss it with you guys at all. That Man United have already signed Sancho. The truth behind the whole story, I really don't know. And then we mean to do justice to the matter today is somebody that I really trust so much in the field of sport, especially football, who knows his onions when you talk about football. And his name is Sheye. Sheye, how are you?
I I am okay. It's fantastic news when I also saw it. I think everybody has been expecting that news to come through in the last 2 days.
Okay.
But that's fine, and I welcome everybody who are joining us tonight.
Okay.
Uh, yeah,
That's
that's
good.
it.
Thank you very much, Sheye. For me, I want to ask you this question. Do you think Man United really need Sancho?
Um, I think if they have to move to the next level, they definitely need Sancho. Because the gap between them and Liverpool and United, it's so much. They can't continue to depend on those young boys.
You're
The
absolutely
truth is
right.
that they've got some good young boys coming through, but you need a bit of more experience, somebody who's done it uh, regularly at top level. You understand? So, to bridge the gap between themselves, United, between themselves, City and Liverpool, definitely they need Sancho. And don't forget, we know the business that Chelsea is doing at this moment, so they can't
Okay.
afford to be
You're
left
absolutely right.
behind. And, they definitely need Sancho.
Okay, for me in particular, I don't really. If you look at the balance of United, though Sancho will surely add value to United, whether we like it or not, whether they need him or not, it will surely add that extra value that is needed. Personally, before, let me say about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I wasn't Sancho's fans. But I now went back just to watch some of his games and I just fell in love with this guy. Man, and then added him to the squad, maybe with a bit of centre back, somebody that can pair either of the two playing currently now. Because to me, I don't think the centre backs they are as good as world best. I don't see that way. Though Maguire is trying, every one of them are trying. But most of the time, they have this bad day that you do not even expect to happen. But they do. But if you can have one centre back, and then I heard that Chelsea wanted to get rid of N'Golo Kante. If that one is possible, I wish they go for N'Golo Kante. But if they can't get Kante, maybe they go for Indidi. Because if Indidi should sit in front of that back four, that will still be more than confidence. Currently, this guy is doing it. Matic is doing it, but Matic cannot be doing it every time. I don't see Matic going on forever and never and never. But with somebody in front of back four to support Matic, and maybe a
I
very.
can't seem to hear you again, Maruf. Can you hear me? Because I think I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I think
Okay, you can
I
hear
can
me
hear
now.
you now. Um, if I have to comment on what you've just said,
Yeah.
truly, the team needs a balance.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead,
Uh,
please. I can hear you.
I
Sheye.
can't hear you.
Sheye.
Except you want me to go on, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. So what I'm saying, what I'm actually saying is that, like what you said, the team actually needs a balance.
You're right.
The team actually needs a balance, and truly they need to balance from the back to the midfield and to the forward line. Um, Definitely, I know the board are trying to do one or two things. They've signed Pogba into. I think Pogba has signed also a permanent contract. So the big balance, but
Yeah, and if
definitely
you
they
can
need
have
Sancho.
somebody who is striker, outright striker, not the kinds of Martial, Rashford, or Greenwood. I need somebody who is a prolific scorer who just go there and score 20 goals, 30 goals per season. Somebody that you can, a point man. Currently, we do not have point man, and I don't see Martial being the point man. Martial can come from the left or from the right,
I think
but I don't see him doing that for long.
I still can hear you.
Go ahead, go ahead. Can I hear you? Go ahead. Shaya, can you hear
I
me?
can.
Shaya, can you hear me?
Yes, I think the audio is
It's going
coming
on
and
in and out. Okay, can you hear me
yeah,
now?
yes, I can hear you now. I can
Okay,
hear you
good.
clearly now. Yes. Yes. So what did you say again? What do you want me
I
to respond
said,
to?
I said, I believe in currently Martial cannot be the outright an out and out striker, and we need somebody who can do a lot, who can hold ball, who can muzzle people around. But Martial currently, he can come from the left or from the right. The same thing with Rashford. So United need that person. I believe they still need about three players: one centre back, one midfielder, defensive midfielder, and then we need somebody in front there who can give all these young boys the competition. Though Sancho will come in, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
See.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hello?
The Maruf, the audio is bad. The audio is
Really?
bad. But if I might just comment, um, if I may just comment, just looking at a United team as a whole,
Okay.
um,
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm hearing you.
okay, looking at United team as a whole, and looking at who they are competing with,
Okay.
especially in the Premiership, they've got Liverpool and City to
Yeah.
come back to that level. And for you to come back to that level, that's why I said definitely they need Sancho. And when you see since January that Fernandez came in, the midfield has been kind of better and being creative. You understand? And
Yeah.
I think why they're not actually going all out to sign a striker, as in a real point man, is because I think I believe Solskjaer has so much confidence in Martial, and Martial performance since Scholes came in has been better. And you just look at it. You have Sancho at the right, you have Rashford at the left, and you have Martial in the center. It's
Yeah.
going to be awesome, I tell you. And having Fernandez in the midfield with Pogba, and like you said, I think they still need a better defensive midfielder because Fred or Matic are not up to it, and they still need a centre back, and I think they need a left back. Or those are just the three positions that I think they need. And as soon as now that they've completed the signing of Sancho, they just need to look at the right back, because the news that we had over the week was that they are planning on selling Bali, and that means they will be short in the central defense. So definitely they're going to look at to buy another defender who is going to pair Harry Maguire, and they just need a defensive midfielder. And
Okay.
that would really be better. I don't want to be I would say if they have Sancho now, if they could go for Ndidi, it could be an awesome midfield for them to to really go after City and
For me,
United.
I will prefer Ndidi. Uh, he's a very good player, somebody that can hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
It's much better now.
Okay. He's somebody that I don't know why. I just trust him. He's been there for the last 2-3 years that we have signed for, what's his name, for Leicester. He's been their main man. If you check statistics, you will see what I'm talking about. He's just there. He's every year in and out. He just stand in front of that back four and he protect them. And he will score. He score goals. He goes front and score goals. Him playing among. Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Him playing
not
around Pogba, the player like Pogba, like Fernandes, all those players, he will be a better player compared to what he is now.
You know, something I think, to be sincere, he doesn't get the credit that he deserves, and it's because you know, these days when you say somebody is defensive midfielder, people still want him to, you know, to drive at goal, to score more goals, but that is not. He's a complete defensive midfielder. His main job is to defend, and like you said, protecting the back four of Leicester has been awesome for him. You know, between January and February that it was out, and I think that was the beginning of the end for Leicester, and that's why they didn't make the top four at the end of the day. But you know, that is for another. I think that is for another day where we really have to look at the quality of Ndidi, you know, and talk about it.
Yeah, that is. There's another player I want us to talk about, and that is this guy called Gabriel. This guy, if you look at the behind me, that is him there. Let me just see if I can find his picture somewhere here. This guy has been so fantastic. When I heard, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
When I heard about it was Arsenal, Man City, almost every team wanted to sign him. I said, who is this player? I've never heard of him before, so let me go and just find something out about him. And what I find out about him, man, is lovely. This guy is just a special player. The way he mark, the way he run, the way he tackle, is just there with the best of the best. I just like him. Have you ever heard anything about him before?
Yes. You know, Gabriel, like you said, plays for Lille. He's a Brazilian, and when a player is Brazilian, you have to keep an eye on them. You know,
exactly.
That is what they do. And I think I was able to see two to three matches, especially during the Champions League group phase. You know, they were in Champions League before the whole lockdown. And I tell you, and it's really a good defender, and it speaks for itself. If Tottenham, Arsenal are going for him, definitely that shows, you know, he's got something to offer. You know.
Yeah. What is something about this Lille? Last year they sold Pepe with this higher number of money, about something 72 million pounds, if I'm right.
Yeah, 70 million pounds. I think you are right.
This is another player, Gabriel. And there's another player, one of the players we still talk about later. That is our own Nigerian Victor. But that'll be later after this guy. What is something about this Lille team? Do they, because I don't know, if they could just tap up on this talent with ease, and all these big clubs, they struggled just to go at the end of the year, to go and then be chasing their player all around. What do you see about that team? I believe there's something. I believe their recruitment is going on well. It's might be one of the best in the world, if not the best.
Yeah. If you also remember, Eddie Hazard was a former Lille player.
Exactly.
So you know the thing about some football clubs is that they've got their system and their scouting rights. You understand? And I think most French teams, you know, they are able to scout young players, give them opportunity to play, and do it. If you also remember some few seasons ago when Monaco won the league, you know how many players they sold. Few seasons ago, they've got Mendy, Fabio,
Exactly. Exactly.
and what is his name again? In PSG now, the golden boy in PSG.
Mbappe.
What?
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Yeah.
And I sold Mbappe for over 100 million.
Exactly.
When you do your business right, you've got some good players for you, and it's a good business, and
Yeah. Look
they're doing.
Okay, I don't want to jump into it. When we get
Yes.
to Victor Osimhen, we then talk about him, because they are just making these millions, 100 millions. It's not just about this year. They wanted to sell this guy. I believe he'll be in the region of 27, 28, about 30, round it up.
Yeah.
And then Osimhen, that is you on two players, they will actually getting over 100 million quid. Even with coronavirus, with all this current situation that we are in now, they were still able to do good business. It seems that something.
It's simple. It's simple. Let me tell you something that happened with Osimhen. We have to talk about Osimhen now.
Okay.
Let me tell you something that happened with
Let's
Osimhen.
jump to Osimhen, because his name is just he just coming here and there.
When they sold Pepe for us, I think Arsenal paid them £20 million, and they went to buy Osimhen.
Wow.
And simply because Osimhen was playing in Belgium, some other big clubs will not look at you because you're playing in a lower league. But some of these other clubs have their scouting. They do their scouting properly, and they are able to see a talent, and that is it. It's as simple as that. But in Premiership, because of the huge money that is involved in Premiership, no club is ready to
Exactly.
to
I
work.
believe because there is money, the investment in the agent kind of an area, in scouting kind of an area, I think it's very low. But in terms of Manchester, it's totally a different thing. They've got all these agents. I could remember about 2 years ago, I was reading something about agents and Manchester, why they've been making mistakes in buying all these crap players. And they said Manchester have got over 100 and something agents all over the world. Doing what? Buying, getting crap player. But it's one thing, when I read forward, I realized that it's one thing those agents get good player for United. It's another thing the board are ready to dole out money. Riyad said something about Gabriel Jesus and Mbappe. He said he was the first person that scout this player. And he told the Manchester United board, let's buy this player and we loan them back to their team. And then by the time they ripen up, they become a player for United, but they said, no, we need something right now. And right now, the last 3 or 4 years, we're still on right now. And these two players, they've gone ahead to make something for their life. It's just a shame. But I want to ask something about Osimhen.
Okay, go on.
Osimhen just left, what's his name? French club, and we know what he can do. For me, when I look at this guy, I don't know, the happiness just bounces in me because he's just a natural player. Somebody who just love to play football. That is him. But if you look at Italian league, it's more or less of technical ability. Do you think he has got it to be successful in Italy?
Say that again. I didn't hear the last part.
Do you think Osimhen has got the technical ability to be successful in the Italian league?
Back in the days, we all know Italian league for what it is. The hard league.
Yeah.
but things has changed a bit. Things has changed a bit in Syria, and this night especially, I saw Napoli players. They were actually moving the ball swiftly from left to right. You understand? So,
wow.
Osimhen in the in their match against Barcelona tonight, Osimhen in that front nine, a natural scorer,
Scorer.
leading is going to be amazing. And I think it's a Lagos boy, he's a Lagos boy, so he should be able to adapt to
I don't believe adaptation will be his problem. And I don't, and if given time, I believe that it will make it being a very good technical player. But it's just the way football is now. Do they give them chance, the opportunity to stay a year or two with that kind of amount? I heard it was around 72 or 70 something billion pounds on him.
yeah, because he's
So
definitely.
if they should invest that kind of money on him, they will expect straightforward what's the name performance from him. Though I don't see Italian league face this guy. I see him as a natural player. When you are a natural player, you enjoy to play football. It's nothing to you. You just go there. It's either you have good day or you have bad day. But I see him having more good day than bad days. And him spending about 2 years in Italy, will be a force in European football. I just don't know why. When I watch him, you see somebody who just want to let me bubble, man, let me show what I've got in my kitty. And it's
you know, like,
just
see, like I said, he's a very strong player.
yeah,
He's a
yeah,
very, he's not, we have different types of player, player that some their strength is their skill, but he's got one of his strengths is also his strength because he's really, really strong. When you see some of
yeah,
his
yeah. He's a very
matches,
strong player.
you can hardly get the ball off him, and that's one. Secondly, he's young, he's really, really young, and he's been to Germany. He was with Wolfsburg. He was in Belgium. He is now in France, and he's playing for Nigerian national team. So I think he's got everything, and to be a success. And like I also said, the team, the Napoli team that is going into plays good football. You understand, plays good football, and I think he's got about 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks of a preseason with them for him to blend in. Because like when he also came to me, we had to give him a chance to talk. Uh, I have high hopes for him to be successful. You understand, and some things that sometimes doesn't make players to be successful when they move to another league is if there's a change of management. I think it's Gattuso, the manager that requested for him. And that means he might have seen something in him. Hopefully, everything goes well. You don't get to the middle of the season and there's a management change and things like that start to affect players.
Yeah,
You know,
that is
um,
another problem. That is
you know,
another issue with
yeah. And at this
European
point,
football.
yeah. And at this point, from the Napoli I saw tonight, I didn't really see their number 9, so to say. So it's going to be pretty easy for him to walk into the team and blend into the team. As soon as he blends into the team, he's not a player that plays one style. He's not a player that plays one side. It's okay. If you cut him off, he become useless. I think he's got strength, he's got speed, he's got eye for goal, he's got different kind of goals. So it should be a success. It should be a success.
Yeah, I do not have doubt. I do not have doubt.
But, yeah,
I'm
but
just happy for him.
not to put pressure on him. Your first time in a league of that magnitude. We should still give him a few time. He signed for,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I don't even have issue with him because I just have this trust in him. I believe he will do it.
He would do it. He
I
would.
believe he
He
will do
would.
it. He's somebody that I really, whenever I watch him, I just look at this guy because I've been following him for some time now, since he played for under 17 all through,
Yeah.
and he never disappointed. He
He-
just does
uh,
his things in the right way.
I, I pray he doesn't have an injury. I
Exactly.
pray. um, the teams, plays to his strength, because that's another. No matter how successful you are, if the team doesn't play to your strength as a striker, you just be a flop. But if the team plays to his strength, and this is a team that plays good football, they play good football. In the last season in Italian league, I think Napoli has the best possession percentage. You understand? And like I said, this guy scores different kind of goals. He's quick, he's fast, he's strong. So it should be okay. It should be okay.
That's good. Thank you very much. And the great news this evening.
That is strange.
I saw it coming. I'll be frank with you. I saw it coming because.
But it is strange in the sense that they've given Andrea Pirlo a managerial seat. This is somebody who has only got 1 week of coaching experience. Only 1 week of coaching experience.
What they are trying to do is to rebuild their team. That is from my own perspective. That's what I believe they're trying to do.
Yeah, but another thing in looking at it again, when you see Andrea Pirlo plays, in his days, he's a guy that has got vision. And coaching is basically about vision. To see things, on the field of play, things that others cannot see, and it's got this awesome vision. Sometimes when I want to pick my great 11, and you have Pirlo, you want to pick between Pirlo and Xavi of Barcelona, you keep or you want to pick between him and Alonso, you're in a great dilemma, to pick. He's a good player, but will that translate to being a great coach? Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
But what do you think happened to, what's his name?
Sorry.
Yeah.
From Chelsea days, I think Sarri, is kind of overhyped. He did well he did well with Napoli when he was there, but he came to Chelsea. I don't know. He's not. What do I say? He's just. Juventus wants to win the Champions League, and they brought a manager that they think will do. But for me, is for you to come to a league and win it straight and win Champions League, you must have a bit of a bit of winning history. They have a bit of winning. This guy has only the only trophy he has won is the one with Chelsea last season. I think that is the Europa Cup. And it's just I would say it's just one of. So for you to think there's difference between playing a good football, beautiful football, and winning trophies. Some coaches are so fortunate, like Pep. They play beautiful football and they win trophies, but it's rare.
But Pep is a different. It's a different being entirely.
It's different. It's
a different being. He believes in one thing and he focuses on that thing, and that thing works for him. Because if you look at Pep, if you counter that particular style of play, that is the end of his team. He believes on that particular style of football because what they just drained you. They drained your strength. They drained everything. So because with that ball, if you continue to chase ball, you are in problem. You get tired quickly. But when you've got football, you can run around. As if you've not even started playing football at all because you enjoy doing what you are doing.
Yes.
But when you're struggling, running up and down to chase football around, people are just moving past. So you are in problem. But once you see any team that counter that particular style of play, Pep is always in problem. And I don't have any problem with that. So far you believe in something and you follow it, boom.
But something how many teams have been able to counter that Pep's play? Few.
Few. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Few.
Like you rightly analyze, when you have the ball, your adrenaline is high. You are not running after the ball. and the opposition keeps running, and they get
Exactly, they
tired.
get tired.
And another thing is we always been fortunate to.
I think I've lost you. I think I've lost you. If you can come back, that'll be fine. Okay, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
I think I
It's
lost
the
you in
network.
between that time. So
Yeah.
that is the end of Sari for now.
Yeah.
You know why I think? Yeah, I believe it was
Let him
coming
go
for the
for a
last
better
few matches. Immediately they won the league, they started losing that matches, and I started putting one to one together. If to the Champions League you do not have momentum to go into the Champions League, you're going to be in real problem, real massive problem, because it will be in your mind that okay, we play 3, 4, 5 matches, we are not winning. What's the problem? And then the other team will be watching you. What's the problem? And they counter you. That was their problem. Yesterday when I saw that thing, it was like because I gave them the chance to even win the competition, but here we are. I think whom do you think will win the competition now?
Maruf,
Yeah.
who is going to win?
Yeah.
We now have the quarterfinal pairing.
Yeah.
I believe Man City will be in the semi-final. Man City,
probably.
City, that's Man City against Lyon.
Yeah.
They should be in the semi-final.
Yeah.
And we have which other team do we have? We have Bayern against
Barcelona. Still there.
We have Bayern against Barcelona. That will be a very difficult one. And but the way Barcelona,
I don't see it as a difficult one. Bayern will beat Barcelona whether they like it or not. I'm sorry. I know you're a fan. I know you're a fan. I don't see it as a difficult match. Bayern will beat them. You guys have not been playing well.
No, Maruf, probably, our next time we should do a proper review. you should
okay, let's leave it for the next program. We will do proper review on that, but I don't see you guys doing anything. I think there is something with your network there. I hope. Okay, you're back. So let's leave it.
We do it tomorrow.
We will take it as we will take the topic as a whole day program.
And let's do a review tomorrow. And for our fans, just watch this page tomorrow. Okay, we're going to do a complete review from the quarter-final to final. And I don't want to talk about the Barcelona.
I'm not a Bayern fan. No. I like football. I like football generally.
But I will be sincere. When we do the review tomorrow, I'll be sincere. Don't worry.
Okay. I hope so. Okay, let's go back to Juventus. Juventus playing, appointing what's his name, Pirlo now as their coach.
Yeah.
What do you think Pirlo is bringing to this team?
Because Pirlo hasn't got a managerial experience, so it's difficult for us to see what he's bringing. But but if we want to take Pirlo from his playing days of being a great footballer, somebody who has got vision, somebody I believe the management and the president things in him. I think and if the club decide to go according to his plans, it should be great, because definitely the players will respect him and they will respect his ideas. I know there are some old players, and I know they wants to go back to the transfer market and bring some players until we start seeing quality of players they are buying for him. then we will be able to see, okay, this is the way, this is the direction he wants to go. But now is inheriting Sarri team, in the way they call them Sarri team, you know. Until he adds its own players to it, you know, we might not know what it brings. But I think in my mind, he should be a great player, because he plays in a position, you know, where you are able to see the whole field and make some good passes. You understand? And it's a position that when you know, like Pep plays in that same position.
Exactly.
And Pino has played under some great managers like Ancelotti, you know, some few Italian managers. So all things being equal, and in the past, you know, the Italians have produced some great coaches, you know, and they have some good football brains. So let's just see, and like I was saying, this is another thing that we will still need to do when Juve start buying players. When we hear about his first press conference, we'll be able to know his mind and say, okay, I think this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, thank you very much. I believe it's going to be a success. That is from my own point of view. This guy is not just a player. He's a gifted technical player. That is just it. He just don't play. Pillow just don't go to the field of play. I want to show that I can do this. No. He played football and he made an impact. You see him doing it in and out. It's not just about, okay, I'm going to be here. Let me show that I've got this key. No, a positive impact. When Pogba was at Juventus, people expected Pogba, when he came to United, to be exactly the same way. But they forgot one thing. Beside him, there is somebody. There is one magician beside him, and that was what's his name? Pirlo. Pirlo was the one that gave Pogba the opportunity to do whatever you like.
Yes.
Once you are in a hole and I get the ball will be out of that hole, and that is the way they play. So he's the kind of player that through these passes or those stuff will allow Pogba to do whatever. But who is it in United that Pogba can just rely on? Nobody.
Nobody.
Pogba is in and out of everything. Even people are talking about Hernandez now. I still believe Pogba on his days far away from Hernandez. It's not Fernandez. It's not because Pogba I like him. Not about that. Sometimes when you watch Pogba, if you want to be disciplined, you'll be disciplined. But if you want to be crap, you'll be totally crap. Yeah, be totally crap. That is just, I don't know the reason why. Maybe he always, Mourinho said something about him. He said Pogba always lose concentration. And it got to a stage I almost believe Mourinho. Because suddenly Pogba will just lose it. You will not even see him. So today it's not about Pogba. We'll talk about Pogba, but he's a player that I really love. Him being in a team with somebody behind him, Pogba will be the best of the best. Pogba will be the best. So Pirlo is going to be a success. What I believe they will do first is to get rid of old legs in Juventus. There are a lot of... can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Wow. Hello?
I can hear you, and
hello. Can you hear me?
I think I think it's been an awesome evening, you know. It's been an awesome evening, and
Hello?
Yeah. I think the audio is we have a problem with the audio.
Hello?
And
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you again now. I can hear you
again now. Good.
Yeah.
I believe I said it will be a success at the end of the day.
Yeah, it should be.
It should be. They will get rid of the old legs and then some new players. It might be 3 years project, 4 years project. They need to rebuild that thing. Yeah, that's what I say.
I don't think they can wait 2 or 3 years. Sincerely, I don't think.
Waiting 2 or 3 years not to win anything. They will continue to win the local championship, whether they like it or not.
But they want to. But they want to win the Champions League.
But they can't win Champions League with that particular team.
But that's the reason they bought C Ronaldo. That's why the reason they
Ronaldo will
bought C
not do it
Ronaldo.
for them. Ronaldo is not the only player. Ronaldo has got to a stage. Look at Barcelona now. That's the problem with Messi. Messi is the only one that is trying to, whenever they are struggling, just bail them out. Even this guy too is not even doing much. Your acquisition last year, what's his name? This French guy.
Griezmann.
Huh?
Griezmann.
Yeah, Griezmann is not even doing much. I believe
Yeah,
he will come good. He will still come good, but currently he's not
you
doing
know,
good. And with a very good team, they will massacre. They will massacre Barcelona. But don't let us go there. Let us leave it. let us let us leave it. It's just like a team like Man City. A team who play a very defensive game and counter-attack game will beat Man City hands down. This current team, they are crap.
yeah.
Don't
Man
play
City,
total attacking football with current Manchester City team. Play counter-attack team match with them and you will beat them, whether you like it or not. They are not that good. They only
yeah,
have
yeah.
2, 3 players that are very, very good. All other players, they are less than average.
Maruf, I
Yeah.
think my
And with
battery's a
the,
bit down.
I think we've said much of the whole thing.
Yeah,
Let's meet here tomorrow again.
yeah,
And
definitely. Let's do the review tomorrow.
exactly, that will be on Barcelona.
Let's review
Going to
tomorrow.
the quarterfinal and semi-final. Let's see what we have. So I
Yeah,
really
yes,
appreciate your presence this evening.
yeah.
And
It's awesome to it's awesome to always talk about football.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
always
yeah. I
you can always
really
go on and on and on.
you can see me buzzing. I just love football. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just it's just part and parcel of me. Is
Yeah.
without
So,
football, I don't see anything.
uh, so, so I see you tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah, I see you
definitely.
tomorrow.
I
Thank
see
you
you.
very much, and have a lovely
Thank you.
evening.
Yeah. All right.
And
Bye.
to you viewers at home, until tomorrow again, the same time tomorrow, we'll be here to give you the best of the best. What is going on out there? The new thing in world of football. The transfer is on now. So who is moving to A and B team? And those of you who think that your team will buy the best of world player, no. We've got the money. United have got the money. We're gonna buy every one of the best out there. United is getting Sancho. United is getting every best player in the world, and we'll continue to let you know. We review who is who. And until tomorrow, this is me, Maruf Ojo.